You're listening to Happy Hour Hustle from the creative geniuses here at 834. We're funny, informative, and we swear. We talk all things marketing, communication, small business, plus we offer up hot takes on our industry and whatever else we feel like talking about. So, grab your drink of choice. It's always 5 o'clock at 8:34, and crank it up. Hey hustlers, thank you for joining us. Today we want to talk about a sport that came onto the scene fast and furious, and now you can't go anywhere without hearing about it. Pickleball. Disclaimer, I am so bad at it. But fortunately, we brought in an expert to talk about how she got started with the sport and has made it an extremely successful business. Christy Howden, co-founder of Wolverine Pickleball. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for inviting me. I'm glad to be here and talk about pickleball, my favorite topic.
I love it. And I want to start out with some crazy stats about pickleball as we were doing some research before talking to you. Fastest growing sport in America, grown an incredible 223.5% in 3 years. An estimated 19.8 million pickleball players played in 2024, and there are now 68,000 pickleball courts in the US, some of which are yours. So what about this sport do you think resonates so much with people? Why has it blown up like this?
I think it's just super inclusive. I mean, you can have kids, 12-year-olds playing with their grandparents, in their late 70s and having a great time. There's not many sports where you can have multi-generations playing together, having a good time. Also, a lot of people, when they get started, they notoriously, someone in their 30s will get beat by someone in their 50s or 60s. So it can be humbling in that way. So it's a nice way. And also a lot of people, it's like you're learning something new that you maybe didn't grow up doing. And it's like to be getting better at something rather than knowing your best days are behind you. It's fun to try new stuff. So I think all of things together make pickleball super fun and addictive for people to get into.
Yes, I have been schooled by both our children and my in-laws. So, it's just like it's the circle of life. So you started this business, Wolverine Pickleball, kind of came up during the pandemic, right? It was right before, and then you had some of the business challenges happen during that. So what were some of the things that you faced during that time, kind of trying to grow your business during it?
Yeah, I mean, well, we both learned, my co-owner and myself, we both learned in like 2017 how to play pickleball. So that was before anyone knew what it was. I mean, when I showed up to learn how to play, they told me I was too young to be there even because it was a senior center and I had to buy a senior training card to participate with them. So it was not for the masses at all. And we started the business because we wanted more pickleball. We couldn't continue to join the senior center group when we were younger like that and play. So we were selfishly wanting more pickleball, and we had to tell everyone, what is this great sport? So it was a lot of education at that time. And then the pandemic came, and that was actually, we're silver lining of that, because all of a sudden people learned what pickleball was. We're playing in their driveways, in their cul-de-sacs. And we found a warehouse because we just kind of wanted to test and see, could this be a business? Because no one was doing this around the country or in very select areas. It was just a handful of private pickleball clubs. And so we were testing it, a down and dirty warehouse. We used to call it the Fight Club of Pickleball because you kind of had to know someone to get in, because widely advertising it because it was the pandemic. And, it was just, we got to be safe and figure it all out. So we started with that minimum viable product. It grew from 4 courts to 8 to then our premier facility. And, we're one of the first in the country with what we did. So we kind of rode the wave of the pandemic. So that was nice. But we had our challenges with no one knowing what the sport was and having to educate and create the that way.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. So how have you seen the sport grow since obviously you talked a little bit about it there since you got started, no one really knew about it, but what's it like today? Because I feel like it's so ubiquitous almost now.
Yeah, I mean, it has been growing like crazy. I mean, everyone seems to be a little pickleball curious, so that makes it an easy sale to get people to give it a try. But it is just everywhere. You're seeing it in advertising now, and people talking about it. The kids are playing at younger ages in their gym classes. I think it's just to have that nice lifetime sport that you can pick up at any time, and it's inexpensive to do. All adds to it versus like if you're trying tennis, it's like, okay, it's going to take you 8 weeks of lessons before you can kind of have a rally, and it's not going to be great. With pickleball, you can learn in an hour, and you can think you're really great, but you're having success and having a good time, and that's what matters. And you'll come back and you'll learn that there's more to this sport than, ball over net, but that's the best part about it.
I love it. Where do you see the sport kind of going from here? I know it's had this huge jump onto the scene, but like what have you seen? Where do you see it going? And especially with your business as well.
I mean, pickleball in general, it's definitely gone global. I mean, it was a US based sport when it was developed 55 plus years ago, and it's growing. And I think we will see it in the Olympics as at least a trial exhibition sport. I know they're trying for 2028. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think down the line you'll definitely see it there. It's all over the world. I mean, people go on pickleball vacations to play at different resorts and stuff. So that's really exciting for the sport to have more people playing sport because I think that's good to get people moving in general and mental health.
Right.
For me personally, in our business, I mean, we have done a great job in our community in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We're a strong community hub for people to come in as an individual and meet more people and have it be their second or third place to hang out because they just enjoy being around it and,
Right.
getting fitter and healthier, which is wonderful. And then expanding, like opening another place in Northville, Michigan in about like 3 weeks. So
Awesome.
that's exciting. I've got another one in development. So there is definitely growth there. I mean, there's a lot of pickleball places opening around the country. I think right now it's kind of the gold rush of it. People are like, oh, I can make this is the easy business. It's like it's everywhere.
The
I think
gold rush of pickleball.
we're gonna see it shake out a little bit. I think some people don't realize it's more difficult than you think to give quality pickleball and to create that community atmosphere to it, which is what we pride ourselves on here at Wolverine, of having a premier facility. It's really a place that you want to be. It's a club for everybody to join, and it's a very elevated experience, but at a very affordable price so that you can have the mix of demographics and ages, which is the magic of pickleball, that you can interact with all these people that you wouldn't in any other way. I mean, my favorite testimonials when people come to me and said, I've never had this many friends in my life. And they're across the spectrum of society. And it's like, that's what we need more of right now. So I think it's going to be embraced more and more around the country as people get a taste of that.
Yeah, and I love what you said about that too. The balance of wanting it to feel like a high end, like really great experience, quality, but also wanting it to be a place where you could bring your kids and like have your family there and do all that. So I love that you talk about striking that balance and that it's the club everyone wants to join, but they want to join it because of the community part of it too, not just the fact that it's like really nice.
Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely. So another one of the reasons we wanted to have you on today is because you were part of the Women's Entrepreneurial Fellowship, a graduate. Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
How did that experience being part of that group and being able to be a part of talking with all these women about their business struggles and their business successes, how did that influence Wolverine Pickleball and where your business went from there?
Well, I think the Women's Entrepreneurship Fellowship is just a great experience for entrepreneurs and women entrepreneurs too, to have those connections, across the state and even though we have different businesses, we face very many of the same challenges. And it's always surprising in that way. We think it's something very specific to us, but when you start sharing it, it's like, oh, no, we had the same challenge. Here's some ideas for solutions. Let me give you my experiences. And it's just wonderful to have that sounding board, to hear what they've done, learn from their lessons, or to even have fresh eyes on your problem so that they can give some input to it or make you think in a different way when you're in the weeds of the issue. So that's been a wonderful experience. And I love that I know these women across the state and I can feel very comfortable to, send them a quick chat about something or to connect over an issue or do introductions for them to share, to expand their businesses in different ways, to, network a different part of the state that they might not have a resource to. So that's been really beneficial. And I've really enjoyed that and looking forward to those connections in the years to come.
Yeah, that's so great. I think one of the parts that you were talking about of just the problems are kind of universal despite the industry. Everyone's dealing with, cash flow problems. Everyone's dealing with, hiring and expanding and trying to scale while also trying to make sure your employees that are there have everything they need. So there's so many different things to consider that I think are universal. And oftentimes as a business owner, I imagine that you don't want to seem weak or don't want to seem like you don't have it handled all the time. So it's nice to be in a group where everyone's dealing with all those things and talking about it, right?
Oh, absolutely. And then it's confidential so that you can share that and be very vulnerable with what you're facing is definitely an added bonus to that experience.
Awesome. I love that. So I want to talk a little bit go back to talking about being a community hub, right? For your area. How do you balance being a business owner and making sure that part of the business is thriving while also making it a really opening, welcome place for people and an affordable place for people to be as well?
It's comes down to culture and, how I treat my staff, and how then they treat the clientele and how the experience that we shape from there. I mean, I think it is definitely from the top down and that we are very open, dynamic, place that we're involved in the community. We get to know our members very well. We listen to what they're interested in. I mean, at Wolverine, it's not just pickleball. We are so much more than that. We partner with the local community college and new entrepreneurs who have businesses. They can come in and we're a friendly place for them, and our clientele will give them kind of that embracing of like, okay, let's help you launch your business. Like for example, this summer we had an entrepreneur who's starting a goat yoga business. And we're like,
Love
oh,
that.
let's do some goat yoga at Wolverine Pickleball. I've got some
Yes.
space. We'll market it for them. We sold out the two classes immediately with hardly any marketing because my clientele was like interested in something, trying something new. We've got more on the books for them. So we're helping them expand. And I'm doing the same thing with like a flower farm. Like they do their pickups at our place. And so it's different ways to integrate the community and give different experiences to our members because they're obviously lifelong learners. If they're learning pickleball late in life, they are interested in trying new things and
Right.
different experiences. So I think it's those little touches that keep people engaged in different ways. And it also allows people who may not be into pickleball to come and experience the community that we have here at Wolverine with all of our activities
Yeah.
inside.
And that also must be one of the ways that you differentiate yourself, right? Apart from being one of the first to get started and being like a premier club in that sense, it's also with so many pickleball places opening up now. I imagine you have to do a lot of trying to differentiate yourself, and offering those activities might be one of the ways to do that, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have a full bar, like a self-serve tap wall as well. I mean, we always kind of joke that we're like the adult playground because we've got everything, any kind of weird niche, like we're here for it. I mean, we've got
Love
trivia
it.
night, darts, bocce, curling in the wintertime, beach tennis, beach volleyball. I mean, I get from even the suppliers when I'm like the beach tennis, I call them up and I'm like, okay, I need to get paddles and balls and all this stuff and the equipment for it. And they're like, you're in Michigan. I'm like, yep, we're gonna make it a thing
Yep.
here. And it's thriving. And we found a community. We have a lot of Brazilian expats that live in our area.
Oh,
They're loving it. They're coming out twice a week. And now we're expanding that circle of more people getting into it. So
great.
we have some sub communities within it, but it's bringing in more people to experience and get to know them. So it's really exciting to see. And I just love seeing the people interact that way and just visit each other on vacation and connect in different ways. It's just really special.
That is awesome. We love to hear it. Is there anything else that you just wanted to talk about the sport of pickleball? Maybe someone that's not involved yet, one of the few that's not involved yet. What would be your message to them?
I mean, give pickleball a try. It's a lot of fun. It takes about an hour to learn. You can have not been working out or being physically active that you can still get engaged. It's meets you at kind of what your level is, being that it's a smaller court and it being kind of that plastic wiffle ball, which is much slower. So it's a
Mhm.
nice entry point into any paddle and racket sports, but you're just gonna laugh and just have a really good time and make easy connections with people. So I encourage anyone to give pickleball a try. Just join the club or the addiction of it.
Join
It's a
the
lot of
addiction
fun.
of
And
it.
it's the addiction. It's a healthy, fantastic addiction to have. Just it's you don't even realize you're exercising when you do it. So it's
True.
definitely a try.
I love it. And then you said Northville location opening up in 3 weeks. Do you have a date on that one? Just so
I
if
think
they want to check it out.
September 12th is what we're looking at right now. Still
Okay.
some work to be done, but
Okay.
that's what we're targeting. So excited about that opportunity. And hopefully get the Metro Detroit area having our experience, which will be similar to Wolverine and that special community at Northville.
I love it. Awesome. Well, everyone go visit, get involved. It is really so fun. I wish I was better at it. Maybe I'll try more. But
But you're still having a great time. That's what
that's so
matters.
true. That's so
Yeah,
true. Give
that's
me
all
give
that
me a
matters.
seltzer and a wiffle ball any day and I'll have fun. So
Yeah,
I love it.
absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Christy, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. We'll have more information about Wolverine Pickleball and Christy on our website. So thank you so much. I really appreciate the time.
Great. Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. See you in the download, hustlers.